Well, what is going on, everybody? Welcome into the Bills Mafia Time to Shine show right here on the Buffalo Rumblings Multicast Network. I'm your host, the host of the Time to Shine. My name is Joe Miller, and it's so good to have you. And if you want to find me on Twitter, you can find me there at Joe Miller Wired. And the way this whole thing works is this is an opportunity for you, Bills Mafia, to jump in here. Click the link that I provided. If you can't find it, jump over to YouTube. It should be on my Facebook page. It should be showing up on Twitter, I think, maybe. If not, the Buffalo Rumblings Twitter. But you're going to find a link there. All you got to do is click that link. It's going to put you into a green room, basically where you're going to be prepared to be live with me right here on the show. And as the show progresses throughout the next hour or so, maybe a little bit shorter, maybe a little bit longer, I'll be bringing you guys on. We'll be talking about what you think about the Buffalo Bills game tomorrow against the Chiefs. We're going to be talking about, Josh Allen stat line predictions, maybe a Pat Mahomes stat line prediction, just what you think is going to happen. If you've got a take, if you've got a hot take especially, I definitely want to hear it. We've had some pretty good hot takes. We've had some people spot on with scores. We've had some people spot on with turnovers and just stuff like that. But the green room is already filling up. So we are Super Chat live. So if you don't want to come on live with me, if you're embarrassed or if it's maybe not something that's your thing, or you're a little bit anxious or nervous, you can Super Chat me. And if you throw a Super Chat up, I will read it, whether it's a comment or it is a question. But it's good to have you guys real quick. So we're going to give some people some time to jump in here even more. As like I said, the green room is filling up. I'm going to throw that link out there one more time. I just want to get through some quick notes, and then I'm going to be bringing people on as we get going. First and foremost, Taryn Johnson just got re-signed by the Buffalo Bills. Super good news. 3-year contract, $24 million max. It's a $14 million guaranteed. That to me is a move that the Buffalo Bills needed to make. It's going to be interesting as well. I don't remember who. I think it was Bruce Nolan actually put out today, possibly, that last year against the Chiefs in that football game, the regular season game, Taryn Johnson was benched, and this year he got extended, which is really freaking awesome. So good for Taryn. He's obviously played his way onto this roster. Definitely worth the money, worth the time, worth the investment. So I'm excited to see him in this football game tomorrow. But this is the game of the week. For all intents and purposes, this is without a doubt the game of the week. This is the most anticipated game of the season so far, and who knows, this might be one of the most anticipated games for the entire season. When you're thinking about a rematch of the AFC Championship game from 2020, there's not many things that kind of come close to that, especially when you're looking at these two quarterbacks. And as I've made my way around this week, being on different shows, a Kansas City show, listening to just different things, whether it's on NFL Live on ESPN or just some of the NFL Network Good Morning Football type shows and some of their shows, there's a lot of respect for Josh Allen. There's a lot of people talking about Josh Allen being right there, potentially with Pat Mahomes. You want to talk about wildest dreams land? There's people that are putting polls out there and having conversations just about this idea of, if you're going to start a franchise today, do you start it with Pat Mahomes or do you start it with Josh Allen? And to me, and it's like, wait a second, how did we get here? Josh Allen, as we all know, has not had the greatest start to this season. It's not a 2020-esque start, but it's not been bad either. It's also not been as bad as some people are saying that it is or has been. But I would tell you guys this game is going to be fun. It has the potential to be fun. We'll see, and I'm going to get to that here in a second. I'm excited for what we're potentially going to get from this football team. And by that, I mean the Buffalo Bills. I'm excited for what we're going to potentially get from this Kansas City Chiefs football team, specifically defensively. Are they going to round out into form? Tomorrow, for this game, we've heard a lot about it being potentially rainy. The two best quarterbacks in the league, rain, weather, blah, garbage. As of right now, the forecast is 72 degrees at kickoff, cloudy with a 15% chance of rain. That's it. Now, there is a 50% chance of rain and thunderstorms at 11, which they should still be playing at 11, but it doesn't look like it's going to be rainy. It's not going to be necessarily wet, which is good. However, when we talk about this football game, and I'm gonna everybody stay with me in the green room. I'm going to be getting to all you guys here in a second. This game is not going to be about numbers, and it's not going to be about statistics, in my opinion. If it were, we would be talking about, the offense versus the defense, or the offenses versus the defenses. The Bills offense versus the Kansas City defense. The Bills offense has been good. They haven't been great, but they've been good enough. Again, and they've played a couple good defenses against that Kansas City Chiefs defense, which is not good. They haven't been good at all this year. They've made some changes. They've had some injuries, and it just hasn't worked out well for them. It would also be about the Kansas City Chiefs offense, which has been well. They have turned the ball over a little bit, but they've been playing well. Patrick Mahomes has been playing well versus that Bills defense, which, as we all know, has been playing lights out. Two shutouts this season so far, and I would temper expectations first by saying, you do have to look at the opponents that we've played. And when you look at the opponents, the Bills have not played a bunch of offensive juggernauts. They just haven't. However, at the very same time, shutting a team out in the NFL is extremely hard to do. I don't care who they're playing. And the Bills have done it twice. When you think of garbage time and you think of just what offenses do to defenses when, the defense that's up is effectively not trying to protect the lead, but, the end of the game is drawing near, and the opposing team offense, it doesn't have points. Their main goal, what they're trying to do is get something going to get into next week. So they're trying to score some points, specifically, generally a touchdown. We saw the Eagles actually do it against the Chiefs on like the last 5 seconds in the past game that they had. So shutting a team out is not simple. It's not easy. It's not something that happens very often. The Bills have done it twice, as we all know, in the last 4 games. But if you're going to talk about this football game, offense to defense, defense to offense, both ways, you've got to give the advantage, in my opinion, to the Buffalo Bills right now, based on the way our defense is playing. Coaches and coaching, and if I'm going to drag it down to what this is going to actually be about, it's going to be about coaching, and it's going to be about the coaches. Specifically, in my opinion, the Buffalo Bills coaches and the Buffalo Bills coaching staff and the game plan they put together. Are they going to go into this game like we've seen them do last year, potentially not scared, but playing things close to the vest, not necessarily being who they are, going into a football game, not being yourself, as opposed to just going in and letting it rip and letting the football fly and allowing that defense to do what it does against the Kansas City Chiefs. Literally, if it's a shootout, it's a shootout, and then basically let's just see where the chips fall at the end of the game and find out how this goes, hoping, right, that the defense does its job and is able to stop or force a mistake from that Kansas City offense 1 or 2 times. But we'll see as far as that goes. Real quick, and then I'm going to start getting to the callers. The Bills have 3 players on the injury report: Tywan Jones, Matt Milano. Matt Milano was on the plane with Chick-fil-A in hand, and then AJ Epinesa has a foot. All players questionable. My guess is we're going to see them. We also should see the same offensive line group from last week: Dawkins, Bucker, Morse, Williams, Brown. I would expect that this offense, after having played 1 full game together, is probably going to be a little more gelled this week than they were last week. I do have where is it? I've lost it. The only player I think on here it is right here, the Chiefs real injury report. They got 2 players on the injury report. Chris Jones is questionable with a wrist. He didn't practice all week long. And Chavarius Ward with a quad is also questionable. I've got a bunch of information. We've been on for 10 minutes so far, and what I want to do is I want to start bringing some people in. And if I need to fill time with just stats and statistics and numbers, I have them. But that's basically my opinion of what's going to happen. So we're going to get to everybody that's jumped in already. I'm going to throw this link out here one more time, just so you guys can keep piling in. But we're going to first go to the guy that we go to first every week, my guy all the way from across the pond in Britain.
Holy crap. That was close.
What, did I surprise you? What happened?
Laundry day.
Laundry day. Zach, the day.
You've got to be productive at 1 o'clock in the morning. You can't just sit and wait to talk.
If you're just sitting and waiting to talk, are you telling me you're going to drift off, snooze off? Is that what's going to happen?
There's a potential, yeah.
So we could have cut to you and David have been there sawing some logs live on the air for the entire world to see. That'd have been, I'd have laughed. That'd have been fun. So what do you think? What do you got for this football game? Where does this game strike you, Dave?
Yeah, it's a close one. I think basically from what you just said before, to your note on the weather, the 3% chance of rain. I've had a 3% chance of rain in the UK today, and it's done nothing but rain all day. So if they've got a 15% chance, it's like it's going to rain.
15%. So you think it's going to rain? That's funny. I think it's going to be okay. What's interesting is, Kansas City. I lived in Missouri for a couple of years when I went to college, and Kansas City gets weather. I think there's some tornado warnings possibly for tomorrow as well. And
Really?
they've got Pat Mahomes, and they've got Tyreek Hill, and they've got Travis Kelce, and you don't hear their fan base screaming about a dome, right? Like,
no,
like I don't see Kansas City bring us a dome on Twitter anywhere. Do you see that anywhere?
No, I can't say I do, but it's. I'd like to say I've never been to the stadium, so I don't know. But just looking at last week for the weather, how Mills coped with the same thing that Josh did, that we completed the touchdown to Knox.
Right.
Mills fumbled the ball. So
yeah, for sure.
It's not like Josh can't. So
yep. I don't find, I mean, nobody's impervious to weather, but I don't necessarily think that the weather is as big of a deal for us as people like to make it. So yeah, give me a hot take for tomorrow. I know what you're going to say already. So give me the first one defensively.
No, I'm not. I'm going to say, if you want a hot take, the Bills win 34-31, and
Nice.
Tyler Bass kicks the 67-yard NFL record to win the game, field goal to win the game. I'll double down on my previous bet.
You're gonna hang on that NFL record for a field goal kick. I like it. I don't mind that score, 34-31. To me, that would tell us either way. So if the Bills win 34-31, if the Chiefs win 34-31, it tells me that the Bills at least probably tried to let it all hang out. We're just going to go into this game and be who we are, which we have not really seen them do previous against the Chiefs, right?
No, the last couple of games, to be fair, the Chiefs have ran all over us, and this is not the same team that it was last year. That I don't think, God, I hope not, we aren't going to get run all over this weekend.
Yeah, I don't think so. That run defense has shored up. Starr has played a lot, like has made it a big improvement. Putting Ed Oliver back in his natural position has made a big improvement. Obviously, we know what we've seen from Greg Rousseau, from AJ Epinesa playing the run, and some of these other guys. And it'll be interesting to see who's on the scratch list for tomorrow. As far as, and we are just about 24 hours exactly away from kickoff, so it'll be interesting to see how that goes as far as just the scratch list and whatnot. But Dave, Josh Allen stat line before I let you go.
I don't think, to be fair, I know I said 34-31, but I think it's going to be more 34-27 maybe. I think we'll win by 7.
7. So, a full touchdown.
I don't think stat-wise, I think it'd be similar to last week, really.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be a massive. It's not going to be like 400 yards and 6 touchdowns and it's all going to be guns blazing. I think they'll just do the job.
Got it. I like it. I would we take it? Of course we would take it, right?
Yeah.
So if they walk into Kansas City and they come out victors, I'm all for it. So Dave, I'm gonna
see more from Dawson Knox again next week or this weekend. Knox and Moss, I think. If I had to pick 2 players that are going to stand out more than anything else, Knox and Moss.
Knox and Moss. It almost rhymes. So, brother, will you enjoy that football game? Get yourself some rest tonight. I know you're going to be hanging around in the green room watching the rest of the show. But as always, I appreciate you. And it's funny just to see the comment section light up that people just love you being on the show, too. So I think
I always look through the green room because the sound's better.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah, I need to check the comments. But yeah,
I think people love the accent. I think people are a sucker for the accent. So, yeah.
Bless them. Thanks very much.
Brother, we'll talk to you soon. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. Yeah, so that's Saxa Dave all the way from the UK. You can find him on Twitter at Saxa Dave. He is a fun follow. He's a good dude. What did I saw on Twitter today, and I don't remember who posted it. Somebody did. But somebody basically threw up there that the Buffalo Bills fans have bought up something like 30% of the tickets. So there might be a relatively good showing of Bills Mafia in Kansas City tomorrow. And like I said, we are pretty much almost 24 hours away. Exactly. But next guy that we're going to bring into the show is Earth Rocker. He's got E-Rock as his name. So let's do that right now. E-Rock, what's up, my man?
Hey, is it working good this time?
It's working great. Your audio is clean. I can hear you.
Yeah. Woo.
He's got the Thurman Thomas jersey rocking. How are you feeling tonight?
I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing good. I'm excited for this football game. I'm very anxious to kind of see what the Buffalo Bills are going to do.
Me too.
Yeah.
When the schedule came out, this was one of the circled games, and because I don't live in the Buffalo area, I'm glad it was prime time because I can still watch it on the NFL app.
Yeah, for sure. And what's interesting is I was on a Kansas City Chiefs show podcast this week, and he told me, the host of that show, and I can't for the life of me, I think his name was John. I can't remember I can't remember his name for the life of me. Sorry, I got tongue tied there for a minute. And he said that when their schedule came out, that's the one that all the Chiefs fans circled. And I was like, wait a second, you're circling the game against us? Because as Bills fans, we kind of get this feeling from the national media and from everybody else that we're kind of like inferior. So to hear them say, yeah, we're circling that football game, that's like an important game to us, and we're excited for it. It's like, all right, let's go. Let's lace them up. So what do you got? What do you think is going to happen in this game?
I think we'll probably get. We know that their defense is not good, and even know that it can any given Sunday, but their linebacker, that openness of the middle of the field, is not going to be there for them. And I think I think this is the ripe opportunity. Our run game has been established. I think we easily put up 250 yards just on the ground.
250 yards. It's the Chiefs' rushing offense or defense hasn't been great. Their passing offense or defense, man, I did it twice. Their passing defense has been worse. That would be a different game plan for me if the Bills came out and ran the ball for 250 yards. I'm not going to say I wouldn't appreciate it or enjoy it, but I would probably be incredibly nervous for the first half of the game. Like very much in the, what are you doing?
But that's not it though. They're also going to throw for 300 yards too.
Okay, so we're talking about. I see you 550 yards on offense. What do you got for a final score?
Like when this schedule came out, like I penciled this in as a loss, but the way our team went since Pittsburgh and how their defense is playing, I'm always been very real with our team. We went through those dark years, and I remember when we had Lofsman as our quarterback, and one of my friends was like, I think we got a really good chance to win it all this year. And I looked at him like, if we go 8-8, that's a win.
Right.
You're not a homer. Yeah, I'm realistic. But I think there's a real opportunity to probably Saxon Dave said, I say 34 points, but I think we can keep them under 20. I think we can keep them at 24, 30, 34, 24, because Mahomes is going to get some, Kelsey's going to get some, and Tyreek Hill is going to get some. It's just, if we can minimize those guys, that's a win.
Yeah, I would say that if we can keep the Chiefs under 24 points, the Bills should come out on top with the way that their defense, unless their defense finds themselves, which is always possible. Earth Rocker, enjoy this football game tomorrow. I don't know if you, like me, are going to be incredibly nervous during it, but this is one of those games because it's a measuring stick, right? We're trying to find out where we are and how good we've gotten and have we closed the gap. And the last thing any of us want to hear is we didn't. Like the gap is still there. So you enjoy this football game tomorrow, and I hope to catch you on the Time to Shine next week, bro.
Thank you. Go Bills.
Yeah, go Bills, brother. We'll talk to you soon. That was Earth Rocker. He's a regular. Everybody that I'm about to bring up, and there's a whole bunch of people in the queue right now, which is good. So I'm loving this. So we're going to go to Nautica Hears. Nautica joined the show for the very first time. I don't remember if it was last week or the week before, but Nautica, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. How you doing tonight?
All right, sick. I'm good. I'm excited for this game.
I'm excited for this game. What has you most excited for this football game?
I just think we have to go out there and punch him in the mouth, dude.
I love it.
Just hit him and I'm talking first play from scrimmage, deep shot and sticks, just something like that. Just get him on his heels. We're here to play. We're not here to play around with you. We're here to win the game.
Yeah, it would be nice to see them start fast. And what's funny is they started fast in the AFC Championship game, and as you remember, we went up 9-0, and they missed the extra point, which to me, and Jay Spence will tell you if you ever talk to him, that to me is the kiss of death. It seems like every team that misses their first extra point generally loses that football game. So as soon as they missed it, it was like, oh, kiss of death. And sure enough, it wasn't enough. But yes, I think starting fast is going to be vital as well. When you look at this football game, what do you have for just a take? Is there something that you're expecting to see besides that, maybe that first pass, deep ball to Diggs, punch him in the mouth early?
I'm going defense for this. I'm thinking 3 turnovers.
Ooh.
I think Trey White has a big game. He's been pretty good all year, but I think this is the game where he shows up and shows out. I was thinking Teron Johnson after he got paid. So let me get it on a little bit, get another pick.
Yeah.
And Micah Hyde maybe goes 3 for 3 for his interceptions.
I like it. I like it.
also want Groot to get 2 sacks. That's what I'm hoping for.
Grew with 2 sacks. If we're putting that much pressure on Pat Mahomes, it's going to be good. And just so everybody knows, to Nautica's point, the Chiefs right now are -3 in turnover differential. They have been putting the ball or giving the ball away a lot this season, and the Bills are +7, which is a really, really big discrepancy. So if it's not outside the realm of possibility, whereas last year, we were hoping to get some takeaways. This year, the Bills have shown a propensity to take the ball away, and the Chiefs have shown a propensity to give the ball away. I also saw in the comment section a second ago that rain is going to be a factor. Just to update everybody, as per the weather in Kansas City at Arrowhead Stadium, they're calling for a 15% chance of rain right now. So it might not rain
I don't
at
think
all.
rain is going to be a factor. I mean, we got 40 points in the rain last week. So
Right. For sure.
Really matters.
What do you got for a final score?
Final score, I'm going 34-24 Bills.
34-24 Bills. I like that 34 number. Showed up twice. I like it. Yeah. Nautica, thank you so much for being a part of the show. I appreciate you. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Oh, yeah, I'll be here.
Awesome. We'll talk to you soon. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. I like her. She's a great addition. She's been showing up in the comments section, and she showed up last week. And she's got a positive attitude, and she's got some Bills Mafia love in there. She got some love for the Bills. Gotta love it. We are all family. But I'm going to go to Brandon Stevens. I got Brandon, Chris, Rich, and Matt so far in the queue. So if you guys are still, or if you guys, I know you can hear me. Just hang on. We'll get to you in a second. But next up, Brandon Stevens. Brandon, where are you calling from? Oh,
I'm here in Rawls, Texas.
That's right. I remember as soon as I saw your face, I was like, "Oh, that's right."
Yeah, and hey, here you go, Joe. You can get some real quick if you need them. Okay.
Oh, what is that? I can't. My screen's too small.
There we go.
Oh,
it's a good little rack of ribs for you.
Yeah, you need to bring that up here to Buffalo, brother. What are you putting on that? What are you putting on that rack of ribs? What's the sauce you're using?
Oh man, I just use a basic Stubbs barbecue. Nothing crazy,
Yeah, Stubbs barbecue. I tell you what, have you watched the Off Tackle with John Fina show yet?
Yes, I have.
So I'm going to give an announcement, a sneak peek of an announcement. We now have a sponsor for that show. We actually just pretty much signed the deal with a company called Q42, which is a Buffalo-based barbecue, Kansas City and Carolina Gold barbecue sauce, local company right here. So to get that information, I'm not going to give it away tonight. But jump on Monday with us at 9:00 with John Fina, and you'll get all the information on where you can get it. I tasted it today. It's pretty fantastic. So
you know how I feel about John Fina. Love the man. I'm sure you know I'm the one that's always calling him a badass on Twitter. So that's me. Love awesome. John Fina. No, but let me get my. There we go. I'm ready for tomorrow, man. I mean, I'm nervous like you. I'm nervous like you, but it's not a scary nervous. It's just like everybody's going to be watching,
right?
And this is the time. If we're going to be, up there like they say we are, we got to play this game. We got to play our game and win.
Yeah,
that's more what I'm nervous for.
Yep.
Everybody can see us, and let's just go show them who we are.
Wouldn't it be nice to have one of those football teams? Because we have PTSD. We've got primetime PTSD.
Oh,
we've done good over the last couple of years, and we probably haven't worked it out of our system yet, where we just expect if we're on primetime, we're going to play well, going to win. 20 years of showing up on primetime and just laying eggs.
And that's why that New England game last year was so awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we needed. But as for tomorrow, I love the defense. Who doesn't? I'm the wise guy that drafted them in the fantasy league. I'm running right now good with my defense. Am I starting them tomorrow? You know it. I'm gonna run with them.
Good.
I like the caller 3 turnovers. I can see that happening. That Pat Mahomes, he's getting a little wild here this year. I'm sure you've seen it.
Yeah,
he's not as sharp as he's been known to be. So
he doesn't seem as comfortable in the pocket. Like he doesn't seem quite as settled. He, believe it or not, as much as he's produced, and again, I've got numbers, and if I have time to get to them, stick around, you'll hear them later. His numbers aren't that far away from Josh Allen's. It's not like he's like beating the brakes off of Josh Allen from a stat standpoint. He really isn't. But go ahead, keep going.
No, I just hate to say it. I'm a huge Texas Tech fan, so I love Pat Mahomes. I just hate the helmet he wears, and right now. So, but for me, I'm defense. You know, they say it wins championships. If we keep this defense up, I mean, how far can we go? Super Bowl's easy if this defense stays the way it's been.
All the way. So what do you got for a score prediction?
I like a 38-24.
Nice.
They're going to score. You're not going to shut out the Chiefs at home.
No.
But if we can do defense, hold them 24. If we can hold them to 24, we're winning.
Yeah,
I'm saying that
for sure. Josh Allen stat line.
Wow. 28, 38, 295, 3 touchdowns. Maybe one of them's a rush.
Modest day, a modest evening from Josh Allen.
I'm not a stat guy. I'm not going to be like, oh, I hope he throws for 800. No, let's be honest. If he throws for 100 yards and we win by a touchdown, I'm good.
The narrative's not going to change. Like right now, there's just this whole Nick Wright thing, like a little bit going on that Josh Allen just isn't having the best, season so far. If he throws for 100 yards and the Bills win, it's not going to take.
He'll say something. Yeah. Bills Mafia hates Nick Wright, so whatever he says, I'd rather I'd take more from my cat than I would Nick Wright. And this cat's pretty smart. Trust me, I've had her for 8 years. So
that's hysterical. All right, brother. Will you enjoy this football game tomorrow evening? And we'll talk to you next week.
And here you go. Let me
Uh-oh.
There you go. You can I'll just pass it through you here.
If I may, that looks like my voice sounds. It looks like butter. Like it looks tender and delicious.
But hey, let's go Bills, baby. Let's get this tomorrow night.
Go Bills, Brandon. We'll talk to you soon. Later, brother. Brandon, all the way from Texas. The next dude up, none other than the real Chris Janke. What's up, Chris?
What's up? How you doing, Joe? Can you hear me okay? I
can. It's been a minute. Haven't seen you in a couple. How is things going good?
Yeah, things are good. It just, been busy and now the football season has started,
It happens. And and you're super plugged in. So now that football season started, you've got probably a list of all the shows every night. Right.
There's so much out there when the season, it's great in the off season because there's nothing to really talk about,
Right.
But now it's every game, every team.
Yeah, right. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's crazy. I also have a 3-month-old niece that I have been enjoying for the past 3+ months. So
awesome. That's fantastic. So where's this game got you tomorrow?
This game, before I start, I had a dream last night.
Do tell.
I had a dream that we beat the Kansas City Chiefs, and the final score was 54-45 Buffalo.
Wow.
But dreams are not reality.
Dreams are not reality.
I think so. Okay. My thinking in this game, I think this is going to be for lack of a better word, a ugly, slow, grinded out type of game.
Oh, I don't want to see that. That is exactly what I don't want to see.
People don't want to see it either. I think points will be scored. I think there'll be turnovers. But I think Buffalo is going to use – I think they're going to try and use – remember when we played Kansas City last year in the regular season?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Remember they dropped everybody back in coverage. They didn't let anyone take the top off. And they said, run it on us. We dare you.
And
they did run it on us, and we couldn't stop them.
Right.
That was our problem. I think the run defense is much better this year. So I would not be surprised to see them try to implement that. And if it doesn't work, maybe change the game plan at halftime. I think they're really going to try and keep Mahomes contained. I'd love to see them get pressure.
Mm-hmm.
But Mahomes is so elusive. It's going to be tough to put him on the ground.
It is tough to put him on the ground. I don't mind that defensive game plan, but how does that connect to, or how does it correlate to what they're going to do on offense? Are they also going to try to as they call it, speed the game up. I could consider it slowing the game down by keeping everything on the ground, but keeping the clock ticking to limit possession, slowing the game down by limiting possessions. What do you see them doing on offense?
I think it's going to be split because when I say split, I mean between the pass and run.
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're running the ball better this year. They're not, the best running team in the league, but I think they have the tools in place to run the ball in Kansas City. I don't think their run defense is as good, and I think our run offense is better than it was last year.
It's better. It's actually better than theirs right now statistically. And I know statistics don't mean everything, but right now, from a stat standpoint, the Bills have a better rush offense and rush defense than the Chiefs do. So, game prediction. Did you give me a final score? You didn't give me a final score yet, did you?
Yeah. My final score is 24-30 Bills.
Oh, well, that isn't too low scoring. 30. I mean, if the Bills put up 30, it's right around their average.
I was thinking 27-24, but if there's like 5 seconds left and they're down by 3, they're going to find a way to put a field goal in, like, the way the NFL is. And just, you put too much time on the clock, and good quarterbacks are always going to put them in position to make a field goal. So I think they win because I think they'll be up by more than a field goal at the very end.
What you just said is exactly why it's such an impressive thing, even though it was against the Dolphins, Jacoby Brissett, and against the Texans, Davis Mills, that they shut out 2 teams in 4 weeks. Where does that leave you? How are you? What's the word? Not dealing with, but how are you playing those 2 shutouts in your mind? Is it something that we should be impressed with, or is it like, it's the Dolphins and the Texans?
Those teams, obviously 3 points meant nothing to them, right? They're like,
right.
We need to score if we need to stay in this game or whatever.
Right.
But it's impressive when your defense, when it's 4th down,
yeah,
and can consistently stop them. And they didn't just stop them. I mean, there was a couple of those 4th downs where they got turnovers off of 4th down.
Yeah.
So like they're really playing top notch. And you have to have the right personnel. You have to be healthy. You guys need to be able to communicate. And I think they have that. This game is really going to show Bills fans and, the rest of the, watchers if the Bills defense is really that legit or not.
Yeah, for sure. So last thing I got for you, or that you're going to have for me, is potentially a Josh Allen stat line.
I'm never good at this.
Me either.
The last time I did this, I predicted some ridiculously high number for Josh against the Steelers, and then we lost the game. So
go low.
I'll make. I don't want to give you a Josh Allen stat line. I will say, I think that we will end the game with more rushing yards than the Chiefs, which I think will be the key to the game. I think we'll let them run, and our run defense will stop. I think we will have more rushing yards. I predict a touchdown for Zach Moss, and I predict a rushing touchdown for Josh Allen. How about that?
I like it. So your prediction, your hot take, is that the Bills are going to defend the pass to give them the look of go ahead, run on us, but the Bills defense, that front 5, 6, is still going to play well enough to contain the run. They're not going to get free. That's what you're saying.
That's what I think. And Joe, another thing I wanted to mention too is this. Yeah. You saw the game this year when Baltimore beat Kansas City, right?
Yep.
You remember what they did at the end?
I don't.
Baltimore's a better rushing team than we are.
Yes.
But they basically just kept running and running and running, and the Chiefs couldn't stop them. Right. And at the end, they just got tired. Their offensive line was dominating their defensive line. Yeah. And at the end, Lamar, it was like 4th and short or something, and they didn't want to give the ball back to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, for sure.
He said, go for it. They got it. Game over. I'm not saying this one ends like that. I'm saying they're going to try and use that model and the model that they used last year in the regular season to eke out this win.
I'm good with that as long as they don't lose a sense of urgency if they get down by 2 possessions. If they get down by 2 possessions and they keep running the football and forcing the run, I'm probably going to rip my television off the wall.
No, they won't do that. Air it out. Yeah.
Good stuff. Chris, brother, I appreciate you being a part of the show. It's always good to hear your voice and see your face because, we do this thing like this, and like you're in the comments section, you're on Twitter. So it's always cool to connect, but brother, enjoy this football game to get tomorrow. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
We'll talk to you later, brother. My guy Chris Janke, the real Chris Janke. I got 2 more people in the queue right now, and if you want to jump in, I'll keep posting this link. You know how the show works. You click the link and you end up backstage, and then I bring you on, just like I'm going to do with Matt Montgomery right now. What's up, Matt?
Come on, buddy.
How are you, sir?
That green room was phenomenal. I like the spread you got back here.
It's the blue M&Ms. It's all about the blue M&Ms. Next time you have to send us a rider so we know exactly what you want back there. So that
blue and red M&Ms and Diet Coke, and I'm good.
So how are you feeling the eve before Sunday Night Football, Buffalo Bills versus the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City, full stadium? Which I'm sure you've heard me talk about it. I've been to Kansas City before to see the Bills play there. So very familiar with that stadium, what the Bills are going to get into. It was obviously loud last year with 17,000 fans.
Sure.
I can tell you 70,000 fans. It's insane. It's almost like the building shakes.
Sure.
How are you feeling right now?
Well, first of all, it's been 9 months that we've been on the eve of this game.
Mm-hmm.
We've been thinking about this game for 9 months, and these players have been thinking about this game for 9 months. We spent the whole off season preparing for this game.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at our holes last year, we had a poor running game that's gotten improved, poor defensive line that's gotten improved. Offensive line, I'd say it's a push right now because we had some issues there last year. We'll see what that happens with. Josh is not playing what he was in the beginning of last year, but I still think he's a top quarterback in this league. So I think we addressed all the issues that we had in the offseason for this game, for this exact moment. And I don't think that's a prerequisite.
There's another one coming up. There's another one coming up right behind you.
I was going to say that when Brandon came on, I'm like, man, I got some beard envy.
That's funny.
And Chris was on. I'm like, man, everyone's got beards right now. But
I just had mine cut down. Like mine was just getting not out of control. It was nowhere near as long as yours, but mine gets to a certain point, and I just not just before the itchy stage. I don't like it. To me, it just provides a fake jawline is all my beard does, and my wife likes it. So, but anyways, keep
second chin.
Keep going. Sorry, I digress. Now that we're off topic, go ahead.
But no, I mean, listen, this is actually, you speak about Kansas City being home and everything and how loud it's going to be. Really, Josh Allen, this is his first road game of the year because I don't count the Dolphins because that stadium's half Bills fans.
Correct, if not more.
So, So, I mean, this is the first hostile environment he's going to play in all year because he had 3 home games and he played in Miami. So we're going to see how the noise affects us. It's going to be interesting to see, a lot of silent counts and stuff. I could see this game going so many different ways. And I played this game to Chris Janke. I don't know, somebody was doing Inception last night because I had a dream too that we won. We blew them out. So I don't know what's going around. I heard somebody else, a Bills fan, was posting on Twitter that he had a dream that the Bills won. So I don't know what's going on in dream world, but hopefully dreams become reality.
Right.
But, I was so upset last year when we lost. I didn't even watch the Super Bowl, man. I totally tuned out sports and everything for the whole year. So I'm ready for this game. I'm pumped. I can't see the only outcome I can't see is us not playing well on offense. That's the only. I mean, if we fall flat on our face to this defense, I mean, we played them twice last year. They had, this is the third time that we're going to see them. It's hard to beat a team 3 times, a good team 3 times.
Yeah.
And I think we're a good team. So
agreed.
You look at the San Diego last year, Justin Herbert, he almost beat them in Kansas City his rookie year. 10 minutes before the game starts, he gets the call, and then he goes into Kansas City this year and beats them. Lamar Jackson, he's gotten beaten by them multiple times, and this year he got the monkey off his back. Yep. They are beatable. They're not, they're not this, I mean, they're a great team, but they got a 4-0 offense and an 0-4 defense. Is how I look at it.
Yeah, and to Bruce Nolan's point, they're kind of the boogeyman. They're the boogeyman of the Bills. They're the boogeyman to the Chargers. They were the boogeyman to the Ravens, and the boogeyman has so far this season gotten a little bit exposed. So now it's going to be a question of whether or not the Buffalo Bills coaching staff, in my opinion, are going to walk in there and, to Nautica's point, punch them in the face, or are they going to maybe, kind of be on their heels a little bit and play not as aggressive and allow them to do some things in hopes that a mistake will happen. Does that make sense? I mean, I don't know what you think about that, but
absolutely. And I love the whole come out and punch them in the face, but how you punch them in the face, I think, is important.
Yes.
Like you could throw a, opening drive, hit Diggs for 40 yards for a touchdown. That's exciting. That's great. And everyone's going crazy. And I'll be going crazy too. But if you drive it down 8-10 plays and just push it down their throat and methodically just take chunks of the field from them and take the clock off, drain the clock and then punch it in.
Yep.
And it looked like you didn't get the third down. Maybe it was like first down, second down every time. You weren't even getting to third down. You were getting 5-6 yards in every play. That is going to tell us a lot. Those first drives are going to tell us a lot about this game. And it's going to set the tone early. So, I know the Chiefs, they like to get the ball first. I want to put our defense out there first. I want that because that will hype us up. I think if we can get a stop on their first drive and get our offense out there and then punch it in and then get that second possession at halftime. I don't know what the thought is with that, but I would like to get the Chiefs on the field first and have our defense punch them in the mouth. Because that's how I think we're going to punch them in the mouth. Because they're expecting the defense that we had last year. I think we got a lot more attitude on defense this year. I think our guys are all charged up this year. Hopefully Milano can play. I don't know. But I just think, our defense, they have pride. They're men. They have pride. And they got just destroyed in an AFC Championship game. They just got destroyed.
I agree. What do you hot? I got to wrap it up here with you, Matt. I love the takes. Do you have one hot take for me outside of just the defense punching them in the face?
Dawson Knox has a better stat line than Travis Kelce.
That's a hot take. It would be interesting to see what it would take for that to happen because obviously the Bills they're going to try to shut down either Cheetah and Tyreek Hill or they're going to try to shut down Travis Kelce, and Travis Kelce has eaten against them. So either Travis Kelce gets his stats and Dawson Knox is just owning the Chiefs, or somehow the Bills are going to shut down Travis Kelce.
Yeah, you're not shutting down Travis Kelce, but I do think if we could hold him to like 70 yards and no touchdowns, sign me up right now.
I would agree.
I think Dawson Knox is going to have maybe not 100 yards, but I think he's going to have a couple touchdowns and probably 80 to 90 yards.
Nice, very good. Final score prediction.
I'm going to stick with the group, 34-24. Let's do it.
It seems like that's a pretty hot number, like 34-24. Awesome, brother. Well, you enjoy this football game tomorrow, and we'll talk to you. I'm sure I'll see you on the post-game show, which I didn't even tell everybody. There will be a post-game show at god-awful time in the morning tomorrow night.
I will just let you know if the Bills win. I don't know what kind of
shape you'll be in.
I'll be in.
I remember the Ravens game last year, the mental condition you were in. So.
Oh yeah. But if I can make it back, I'll make it. I'm gonna be at the bar with all my Bills fans here in Minneapolis. We got a little crew going, so we'll see what happens. But brother. If not, we'll see you during the week, man.
Awesome. Have a great night. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
My guy Richard Rush is up next, all the way from Zanesville, Ohio. Richard Rush, how you doing?
I'm doing a lot better than what I was.
Yeah. What was what you said better than what you was? What was?
My wife brought home a little bit of a flu bug, and she had it for 24 hours, and I've had it for about 36 now. But
goodness. Well, the beard game continues here on the Time to Shine. The Bills Mafia Time to Shine is Richard has brought his beard as well.
I've been working on mine for a long time.
Yeah. So how does this game got you feeling, Richard?
Nervous.
Me too.
But just seeing the way the last picture everybody's seen of Diggs last year, with the confetti falling and him standing there looking, and the way our defense has come out firing on all cylinders this year, I think we're going to get the game that we wanted last year. I think it's going to be a really, really, really good game.
I hope so. I just give me a good game. Even if the Bills lose 42-40 or 45-42, just give me a good football game, something worth watching, right?
I think that the drive that they've got from losing that game, I think it's going to mean a little bit more, and I think it's going to carry us to a victory tomorrow.
That's good. What do you got for a hot take?
My hot take is I think that we're going to not stop Mahomes, but I think we're going to do a lot better at rushing him. We're going to contain him on the edges and get pressure up the middle, and we're going to get a few sacks and a few hits on him and make him think.
Yeah, no, I love that. I love that take. And apparently my internet is getting a little jabberwonky, so I don't know if you've still got me or not. But
I got you.
Yeah, cool. What do you got for a score prediction?
I've replayed this so many times in my head. I've actually just flip-flopped from, I was originally going to say 31-30, but I think it's going to be 28-30 Buffalo.
30-28 Buffalo. I don't mind that. I don't mind that score prediction at all.
It's going to be close.
It's going to be close. I like it. All right, brother. Well, I got only 15 minutes left because we've got the chop up coming up next, and I got a couple people in the waiting room, so I got to let you go, dude. So you enjoy this football game tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Awesome. We'll catch you soon, brother. Go Bills.
Go Bills.
Go Bills. So I've got some internet connectivity issues. I can see it up on the screen, and I'm hardwired in. I'm not even on Wi-Fi, and I've got a ton of really good internet service here. So I don't know what's going on. But David Reed, you've been sitting in the green room for a little bit. How you doing tonight?
Good, man. What's going on?
Just sitting here talking to all of you guys, and you guys are making me feel way more confident about this football game than I may have been before when we started. But how's this game got you feeling?
Like everybody else, man, nervous. I'm still living on cloud nine from last week. Brought my kid to the game last week.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah, actually, I want to give a shout out to the Mafia, everybody. I don't know if you saw the picture that went viral at the little kid in the wheelchair, 51 brain surgeries.
Yep.
That was my boy. So,
that's awesome.
Yeah. This game, I don't know. It's like, I feel the same way everybody else is. I feel like we should come out with that game plan we had during the regular season game, right? Because our defense is a little bit better, but I mean, I'm a little worried about Allen. Sometimes he likes to force the ball to Diggs too much.
Right.
I think people aren't going to like me saying this. I think Allen needs to turn into Brady. Short passes over the middle. Because I'm going to tell you what, that short pass game is going to eat up the clock just as much as our rush will.
Yeah, no, I don't hate that at all. I've said 100 times, if you've listened to me at all, that like the Bills, whenever they're getting stuck, whenever they're in the mud, when they start working that 1, 2, 3 yard pass stuff to like Beasley and some of the underneath stuff, that's when that engine starts to cook. So I agree with you.
Yeah, and it gets Josh in the groove. He starts to open up. He's not forcing things. I think that's how we got to take this approach to the game.
Yeah, I agree. Long methodical drives. That's the one thing about the Buffalo Bills that kind of gets lost is, a lot of times, when you listen to analysts talk and color guys talk and just the people on TV and just different shows, they talk about like, extending or allowing offenses to like, have long drives, 8, 9, 10, 12 play drives and hope they make a mistake. The Bills have a lot of 8 to 10 play drives, and generally they don't make a lot of mistakes. So, I think it was Chris Jenke said, like, to his point, that keeps their offense off the field, and you can still be who you are without just trying to force the run the whole entire time. So I like it. I don't mind that at all. What else you got?
Right. I don't know. We'll throw out some stats there. I don't see Josh having a big day because I do see us leaning on those short passes, hopefully the run. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go 270 with 2 tutties, maybe a rushing. I
like that day.
Yeah. Final score, let's go 31-27 Bills.
31-27. We got a lot of 30s, which is good. A lot of 34s, a lot of 31s. I like it. I'm not gonna not like anytime somebody predicts the Bills to win. If there's one thing you think we got to look out for, if there's one thing that's like not the kiss of death, but if you're like, oh no, don't do that. What is that for you?
Our linebackers. We cannot let Kelsey have a big day. I mean, he absolutely killed us last time.
Agreed.
And my hot take, what I'd like to see, I want to see Andy Reid turn into Bill Belichick. Maybe not a phone, but slamming his clipboard down on the sideboard, on the sideline, getting all aggravated. That's what I want to see.
That would be nice.
That would make my day.
He doesn't get what's the word?
No, he doesn't.
He stays pretty composed regardless of what's going on. If they're up by 50 or down by 50, he's pretty much just looking for the bucket of KFC usually, right?
Right.
Like,
right. You got his Waffle House menu there, you know what I mean?
Right. It's actually a good take. Yeah, with his little pen that he's writing on. I always wonder what he's writing on that thing, but and how he can read it later. And if it's raining, how does it not just wash off? But David, I appreciate you being a part of the show, man. Enjoy this game tomorrow. Hopefully the little one will enjoy this game too. That's really sweet that was your son that went viral. That's awesome. I hope he enjoyed that game last week. Although it was raining, so I guess it could have been better if it wasn't raining. But
yeah, it was a challenge, but we had a good time.
Awesome, brother. You enjoy that football game, and we'll catch up to you later. David, go Bills.
All right, go Bills. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, dude. The last guy that I got coming on tonight is the one, the only Robbie Bowler. What's up, Robbie?
Hey, Joe.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good.
Yeah. Where does this game have you? Just head-wise, headspace-wise. How's this game got you feeling?
I think the Bills will do good this week.
Yeah. Who do you see having a big game?
Maybe Sanders.
I like what Sanders has brought to this offense. That's one of the things that we really have that hasn't been talked about a whole lot. And I said it on the Hump Day Hotline that if the Bills take the football and they put it in the hands of Moss and Singletary, who we like, I don't not like Moss and Singletary, and they remove it from the hands of Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, Dawson Knox, I think, and Gabe Davis, I think they're making a mistake. I think they need to keep the ball in the playmakers' hands. Hot take for me. What do you got for a hot take, Robbie?
I think the defense forces like 3 turnovers.
3 turnovers. I like it. That actually has been predicted as well. And this defense can do it, and that offense of the Chiefs, they can do that as well. They can all absolutely turn the ball over this week. What do you got for a score prediction?
I say like 35-17.
35-17. I like it. And Josh Allen, stat line?
3 touchdown passes and 1 rushing touchdown.
Nice. Very good. I love that. Before I let you go and we say go Bills, tell everybody, Robbie, where they can find you and when your next show is. Because Robbie, for everybody that I know everybody knows, Robbie's a content creator. So let's talk 716 Sports. But when's your next show and where can they find you?
My next show is on Wednesday.
Nice.
And they can find me on Twitter at Robbie39 Bowler.
And you just opened another new handle, didn't you, for 716 Sports?
No, it's the same.
Oh, is it the same? Gotcha. I thought you had a new one. That's why I was kind of going there. I was leading you down that road because I thought you opened up a new handle for just for the show itself. So gotcha. Well, brother, I appreciate you being a part of the show. I'm sure that we'll be hitting each other up in the DMs sometime, probably tomorrow or this week. But keep rolling them straight. Keep rolling them straight, brother. And we'll talk to you soon. Enjoy this football game. Go Bills, dude.
Go Bills.
Talk to you soon. That's my guy, Robbie. Robbie is the man. So just closing thoughts, just so everybody knows, before I get to them, I should say, after this show is the Chop Up with Jay Spence the King. Angelina's on it. Krista Kimmick is on it. And my guy, Sterling Furrow, is on it. They're going to be on at 9 o'clock, literally stacking shows. So they'll be coming up here in about, 7 minutes, maybe less. So 7 minutes. So please don't go anywhere. Stick around. Bills Mafia, the Buffalo Rumblings crew has you covered. Tomorrow, I will be doing the post-game pod. It will be really, really late. So if you are a person that's going to be excited because the Bills won and you want to stay up, just watch for it. It's going to be pretty soon. It's not going to be hours after. I'm going to be doing my best job to take some notes and building an outline during the game so that I can kind of get on immediately after. And if you want to talk about and get your feelings out about what happened and talk to some of the mafia and whatever, I'll still be here for that. So, and if not, it will drop as a pod Monday morning. So be sure to join me. Myself and John Fina, the Off Tackle with John Fina show is on Monday at 9 o'clock. And then, of course, the Hump Day Hotline is Wednesday with myself and Jay Spence the King. For me, this game comes down to, and I got a bunch of numbers, and I'll just have to let somebody else get to them. This game is going to come down to coaching. I said it already. I want to see Sean McDermott and Brian Dable. I want to see them put the ball in the hands of Josh Allen, and I want to see Josh Allen be Josh Allen. I don't want to see some other version of the Buffalo Bills offense. I want to see them come out flying high. I want to see them come out doing their thing. I want to see them come out being the Buffalo Bills offense that we recognize, see, and love. And just basically I don't want to say throw caution to the wind, but I want to see them not deviate from who they are. And if they can do that, in my opinion, they have a way better chance with this defense of winning this football game than they would otherwise, trying to be something that they're not. But Man, thank you so much to everybody that jumped in and joined me. I know that doing this thing live is not always easy. I appreciate all of you. Love all of you that have been in the comments section. Strong. You guys are killing it and crushing it, and it's amazing. I will be back next week, obviously, for the 8 o'clock Time to Shine show. So make sure you stick around for that. And if you haven't gotten in yet, feel free to jump in anytime. But with that, my name is Joe Miller, and you can find me on Twitter, as I said, at Joe Miller Wired. I'm excited for this football game tomorrow. I've got my score prediction, if I'm going to give one, is probably going to be, like I said, 42-40, 42-38, one way or the other. I want to see the Bills come out on top. I think we're going to get to see some offense. And if we don't see some offense between these two football teams tomorrow, I'm probably, like I said, going to rip my television off the wall in frustration. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being a part of the show. Love you guys. As always, go Bills. We'll see you next time.